Game number 1. It is going to be intense, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your snacks, grab a comfortable seat as well, if possible, secret lab. Arashi, any last thoughts regarding the composition? Who do you favor more?
Man, honestly, what is EVOS Legends? Last game yesterday, they go and make a player substitution, and today in the first game in the El Clasico, they go for this duo. Off the bat, I really think that RRQ has a lot more stable of a composition, but if EVOS pulls this off, they'll have me very, very impressed.
I honestly like this Carmilla pick. I think she has a really good, reliable source of CC. She also has that damage and the sustainability to go forward. But let's just jump straight into the portal here for game number 1 of El Clasico between RRQ Hoshi as well as EVOS Legends.
Yeah, let's dive right in here.
And right now, both teams, right? EVOS has been doing this quite a lot, right? They send their roamer to try and actually assist with the first jungle camp, perhaps to just increase the speed of the first buff. And off the bat, Anti-Mage already aggressively cutting the waves, trying to set up for an invade into the jungle.
What I do want to say about the Carmilla is that she is very reliable, but when she has her items, but look at this, EVOS Legends already going so aggressively onto the members of RRQ Hoshi.
Yeah, Vin might be target flicker has been popped, so no more survivability there, but no first blood just yet. EVOS Legends showing the aggressive potential they have the early game, and yeah, Albert now is perhaps behind on rotation. Wreck though, still somehow giving visions for his teammates. Albert managed to secure that orange buff, no problem.
Man, honestly, level 2 Fanny, that is so scary. And RRQ, they're able to stave off the aggression. They didn't lose a single man, and now they turn it around.
3v1 Erect here as a Baksha. Using Revitalize hasn't been popped as well, but Erect still just hovers around the team. Does not care, giving vision for his teammates only. But Turtle will be up in 20 seconds. And I feel like here, Carmilla, you play Carmilla, Eterna. What do you think about this hero?
Yeah, what I was about to say about Carmilla is that I feel like she's very dependent on her items. She needs to be able to gain that lifesteal, and she works well around the minions. So I think 1v1 early game, R7 is going to be able to win this one. But later on in particular team fights, I do feel like Anti-Mage has a chance to pull out those really crazy like 4v1 type of situations, but it all comes back down to how shut down she is from the get-go. We'll see what happens so far, but to be honest, Rex has been playing this Boxia, being able to kind of delay. Oh my god, what?
Wild Charge connects, and it will be first blood for Xavier. Turtle, though, will be secured for Albert as well. RRQ going strong here as Rex will be the next casualty. EVOS Legends, they are in scrambles here, minute number 3, but it is still the early game. But what a setup from side of RRQ.
2 members down, a Turtle already secured here by the hands of RRQ Hoshi, and they are sitting at a 600 gold lead. It still can shift here, but of course RRQ Hoshi has the better momentum, and it seems like even though EVOS Legends have a more aggressive early game, I'd like to say, with the Fanny, they aren't able to do much with it. Is it because they... Wait, I just don't know. What happened here, Arashi?
I think they have the Fanny, right, being aggressive, but the laners, as we talked about, especially with Aura, when your laners can't really back you up, it just puts you in a very difficult spot, and I think that's where Fersik was. Before the play even began, Anti-Mage was picked off, and so EVOS Legends went into that fight with a man disadvantage. So obviously, RRQ Hoshi just jumped on the opportunity, and relying on Albert's mechanical prowess, they secured the Turtle.
Oh, it seems like now EVOS is going on to Vin!
Yeah, Vin taking a lot of damage there, will not able to survive. Now EVOS Legends slowly but surely here, they are somehow trying to find the mistakes that RRQ Hoshi members are making. Bot side here, we can see here the trade-off between Anti-Mage as well as RRQ. Emblems though, Arashi, any perhaps inputs here?
Well, as we've seen again and again, it does seem like this attack speed on the jungle is good, but now, big play onto Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar will not be able to survive this one. Oh, I thought I might be wrong, but there you go. First 6 surviving with 1 HP. Perhaps a re-engage here as Albert has no minions to stack off that puncture, and it will be 1-0 here. EVOS Legends now have the gold lead by not only a couple of, 500.
Intelligent oppression by the side of EVOS Legends onto that gold lane. They didn't suffer any casualties for that. And Skylar is going to suffer a little bit in that lane, as now it seems like the next Turtle has already spawned here in the Land of Dawn, and RRQ Hoshi are the first ones to it.
Honestly, I thought that Skylar was gonna make the take all the way.
That retribution was just a clutch, almost. But Arashi, you were saying.
Right. It is clutch, but it won't be up, so Albert will be able to retribution the turtle away. And RRQ Hoshi, so far, things have been going on, quote-unquote, as planned. It could be better, but they're making the best out of the situation here as R7 discovers 2 people in the jungle.
Yeah, this is going to be nasty here. 2v2 here. First thing. Oh, wild charge connects onto X2. R7 is just deadly here. As it was first thing he gets taken down. Anti-Mage might be next here, but of course Carmilla is just too tanky here. Minute number 5 as RRQ now still with the gold deficit, but my oh my, what a play from R7.
Not the 2 members you'd like to brawl with, especially in such close vicinity, understanding that they do have that wild charge that can be used like that, and the damage was just so up there. But wait a minute.
Yeah, nothing too fancy just yet. There's just, I'm offended, but Albert knows his target. Cried already at half HP. Baxia here might be caught if he's not careful, but the ultimate, the decisive disengage from the side of EVOS Legends, they might take the top side here.
Yeah, they
conceal. He is going in for the pick, but now Albert goes in.
Yeah, Rex revitalizes there, but no mana. But my, oh my, this Baxia is too tanky. Phantom Execution to execute Baxia.
Oh my god, at the moment, it seems like both teams are trading really, really well though. RRQ Hoshi, they have been getting a lot of good pickoffs off the board, but they're not too far ahead in terms of gold. They might be able to chunk this tower, but not for longer because Clover is there to help it out. But no, I might be wrong. They're going to get a neutral objective there.
Yeah, Clint is an annoying hero. Can definitely damage the towers without minions here. And it's still 1-for-1 turret-wise. But first Sick needs to stay proactive. He is currently 0-1-1. As a Fanny, it is not what you aim for in the early game.
Right, RRQ Hoshi, they're just playing it really, really well. They secure a good laning phase for Skylar. He has 1 death, but that's still okay. And on the other side, they are giving up a bit of pressure, so they can't shut down Anti-Mage basically. But Kride is also feeling a lot of pressure, and Albert is actually snowballing as they go for 1 more play.
Wow, they're actually using 2 ultimates onto his Baxia, but first it comes in here, trying to find target, does not find the right opening, but Anti-Mage here, trying to find the flanks here, 3-on-1 here, might... Nope, no play just yet. It's actually Anti-Mage perhaps getting popped, but luckily for him, that sprint comes into clutch.
Yeah, he was able to use that ability with Krite as well.
Yeah.
So really denying that pickup potential coming in from RRQ Hoshi. A huge play for the side of EVOS Legends, but unfortunately, RRQ Hoshi has the upper hand in terms of that turtle and will be taking the 3rd turtle of this match. So all the early game objectives has been taken by RRQ Hoshi, even though EVOS Legends have taken 2 towers on the board.
So I guess their plan is just use the aggression from Fairsick to try and zone out some members from RRQ Hoshi and let the side lanes get a bit of pressure relief from them. Fairsick goes for the Malefic Roar Rush, so that's an interesting itemization choice. Clover, who's doing pretty okay, has the Brutus Breastplate for a bit more security, a bit more movement speed, and kiting, as well as the BOD. So the burst will be painful, but when the fight goes for long periods of time, Skylar will be having the advantage with the Endless Battle, just shooting away from the back line.
As of right now, it is very, very balanced here at 39 as well as Arashi. Item-wise as well, quite still a very, very Clock of Destiny. Oh my god, top side R7. Power of Nature is there, but first Sick, 1 HP practically. Not gonna take it down. I'm offended. That's on towards to Anti-Mage, and as well as Krites will fall here as RRQ, minute number 8, looks for the kill. They might take the mid side here. Conceal play as well. Baxia might be next. Shield Unity for escape as Clover, a quarter of HP, still survives. But no thank you, says Albert. You're not going anywhere. He gets taken down as well. And of course, in addition, the mid turret falls.
Big win for RRQ Hoshi today. 2,000 gold lead. A lot of turrets on the board. As in addition to a million kills, I would like to say. They are going very precise into this. They're playing the micro really well as that macro. I mean, look at the lane dominance that is showing, and it is insane. EVOS Legends, for the moment, they need to be able to be a little bit more patient. Do they want to play the early game with the Fanny, or do they want to try and hold it off to the late game for the Sicilian? This has to be clear. They can't keep taking on these fights and just get picked off, understanding that RRQ Hoshi, they do have the ability and the composition to snowball from that early game.
Yeah, the AoE difference though is just the big thing here. Even Albert, right, on the Lancelot, it's an assassin, but there's a lot of area of effect. And look at that, Clay already
Man.
with the lightning truncheon, he does a lot of damage. So if anyone, if more than 3 people, especially if Fersik or Krite is involved there, or Clover, gets knocked up, that is already the beginning of a very deadly sequence that RRQ Hoshi can bring out to win these team fights.
Yeah, both teams here looking for an opening. Anti-Mage opening vision as well as Rex. Rex crashes on towards Vin. I'm offended connects on towards 2 as the Dawning Light connects Rex fall as well. But first Sick, my oh my, with the double towards the back line, shutting down Clay, shutting down the one who matters. That's 4 members. Third side of RRQ falls. EVOS Legends gains the free Lord.
Versik! Wow! What was that? A triple kill has been secured by the side of EVOS Legends. 4 members taken down, and definitely a Lord, unless Albert has something to say about this. He goes in here.
Yeah, Albert is hovering around. He does not want to give this for free. Lord is still in control for side of EVOS Legends, but Albert sees no opening. Anti-Mage wants to fight here. Does not connect just yet, as it is going to be a floored. Unenhanced though, for side of EVOS Legends.
Here's a replay by the Samsung Galaxy A series. It was going so well for our RRQ. They do all the AoE, but look at Fersik. The flicker as well to just ensure, not the flicker, sorry. He just jumps in and actually ensures that the backline is just completely decimated, and that will be the end of the fight for RRQ Hoshi.
It was
they need
beautiful.
to make sure that they don't stick around like that, or they must save some crowd control to make sure that Fersik doesn't get out of control.
Man, that was insane. I didn't expect Versik to go in and
Man, the
crazily
timing.
onto that. The timing was just so perfect. The follow-up with the torn apart memory from the Brody as well really was able to just dish out the damage. But now Brody...
Oh, Clover gets caught. Luckily enough, he still has the flicker here. Lord top side though, RQ needs to be careful. Versik comes in, wrecked as well. But luckily, there is no one casualty. I'm offended, connect on towards 2, but no casualty for side of EVOS Legends as well. It will be Finn who gets taken down by Krite. What is going on, RRQ Hoshi? You need to calculate your movements here as EVOS Legends will secure 2 inner turrets here to their names.
This is not good. They are 1 member down, and they have lost 1 member on the board, so they were able to get a lot of objectives on the board in those towers. And now what initially was RRQ Hoshi leading in economy has now shifted to the side of EVOS Legends with a 2,500 gold lead.
You have to make sure that Fersik gets under control, man. Earlier, Vin was able to get a huge Am of Ended onto 2 members, but it needs to be under the tower perhaps for just a bit more security. If they just go in with the AoE right now, they don't have enough items, they don't have enough damage just yet to actually burst down everyone from EVOS Legends. Later on in the late game, once Skylar as well as R7 and Clay has more items, they can actually go for the insta win on the combo, but so far, not just yet.
I'm curious to see the items here, Arashi. I want to see how much damage Krite can actually do right now. Has he already popped off?
I think he's still getting there, but it's 12 minutes now, and usually Cecilians start getting relevant at about, what, 8 to 9 minutes? So it's 2 or 3 minutes above his deadline, per se. But of course, Clay, on the other hand, is still, quite ahead. He's 3-1-3, and he has, I think at this point, 3 or 4 items, I think.
Speaking of stats, Versik was 0-1-1 at what, minute number 7? But take a look at him now. 5 minutes later, it jumps to 4-1-2. So immediate proactiveness from the side of Versik and EVOS Legends, and this is what I like to see here. Right now, EVOS Legends with a 3,000 gold lead. What can they convert to next is perhaps the Lord, who is going to be an enhanced Lord. Yeah, RRQ Hoshi needs to definitely contest this, but of course, they need to somehow manipulate the lanes and control the waves properly so they can contest this Lord.
Yeah, the real-time win probability is really honing on to the hands of EVOS Legends right now, as even a person like Albert, a jungler as strong as Albert, can't even secure his own blue buff. It was taken away by the side of EVOS Legends. It just shows how oppressed RRQ Hoshi is in the 13th minute, almost 14th minute of this game.
Drawing light there to actually open up the map and find some info. And RRQ Hoshi, I think as long as they actually go for the proper front to back composition, they have the DPS advantage because they have a more traditional marksman in the form of a Clint compared to Clover on the Brody. So if they can just make sure that, you know, Fersic gets under control, I think they'll be fine if they save some CC, and maybe if their concern is Krite popping up on the Sicilian, they can use someone else. They can use Albert to try and deter him, but the unoffended misses, and now Fersic goes in.
Yeah, Bakshot flanks, but Fersic wants Clay's life, and he will get it. Unstoppable for Fersic. EVOS Legends now with the man advantage might just perhaps get this free Lord here. And of course, right now, Fersic wants that purple buff, forcing Albert to use that Retribution, but no Retribution played. It is actually Fersic still on cooldown, so perhaps right now they are going to commit it.
Yeah, I think Fersic, he wants to save the Retribution for the next time they want to go for the Lord, but the I'm offended from Vin actually misses.
Wild charge connects, but Brody Clover is just so deadly, taking Vince's life here once again. RRQ, they are a man down, as EVOS Legends will likely, 100% secure the enhanced Lord.
Man, EVOS Legends, they really just needed one moment there, and they're dominating on all fronts. They have the economy, they have the Lord, they have the objectives, and it seems like RRQ Hoshi now, they are the ones scrambling for an answer to the engages that are happening from the side of EVOS Legends, as now, like I mentioned, I really want to see the items here, Arashi, here in the 15th minute.
And look at Krite though, already the Clock of Destiny, Lightning Truncheon combo, and along with that, Divine Glaive and straight into a Holy Crystal. Understanding that the members of RRQ Hoshi, not every one of them are going to be stacking magic defense, so he just has the liberty to do that. And Fersic, he has the Malefic Roar, he has the Hunter Strike, and he goes into a full tank build, so he's not as easily dealt with from the side of RRQ Hoshi. Skylar does have the Wind of Nature now, so he does have some outplay potential. Not the same can be said for Clay though, because he does not have any defensive options if Fersic goes to try and dive for him again. So I think right now, Fersic is the main problem. If they can get over him, I think they still have a good chance of coming up on top on this game.
Yeah, right now, EVOS Legends manipulating lanes well. Lord is going to somehow expose this base turret in the mid side. Yeah, 1 HP practically. Fersic will do the clearing, and it will be the base turret. One base turret only for side of EVOS Legends. RRQ, they're not looking for the fight. EVOS as well here does not look for an opening. It is going to be a reset for both of the teams.
The I'm offended from Vin actually connects onto a member of EVOS Legends, but there were no commitments whatsoever. And interestingly enough, EVOS Legends popped up and a lot of those resources, those ultimates like the Torn Apart Memory from Clover, a little early. So EVOS Legends, for the moment, they are still in the upper hand. They do still have the wave pressure. I was saying wave and lane at the same time.
The Wayne pressure.
Wayne pressure. But the thing is, RRQ Hoshi, they do have and are able to defend this quite well.
I think they're just used to going for that pick-off kind of composition, and right now with an I'm offended and a wild charge being your main engage tool, it's just not nearly spammable enough for them to actually use it like that. So they have to actually wait and play really, really patient and make sure that it lands onto Fersic. Because Vin, we've seen him miss like 3 I'm offendeds right now. Really not the best of looks. He is trying to make sure that his team finds success here. It is a lot easier said than done. So I'm not quite sure. I really do think that they just have to like play it chill and make sure that Fersic gets shut down before anything else. Krite can be just left up to Albert.
You're right. We'll see what happens here. I mean, right now, it seems like they are going to be battling for this blue buff in the jungle of RRQ Hoshi, and EVOS Legends, they're already looking and setting up quite well.
The wall comes in for R7, and the Dawning Light comes in, and it will be secured by Fersic, unfortunately. So Albert is not having a good time. EVOS showing again what they can do with a bit of advantage. They instantly use it to pressure the waves, they use it to pressure the jungle as well, and they have full control over the vision in this Lord pit.
Most definitely, as Clover just poking that Lord, resetting it once again, and baiting information on the whereabouts of the side of RRQ members. But both teams here gonna play this very carefully, especially RRQ, who is, of course, behind. But DHS secured on Brody. It is not a good sign for side of RRQ.
Well, I mean, for the side of Clay, he has the Winter Truncheon now, so there's a bit more outplay potential, but there's not enough crowd control if their goal is to try and lock down that Fanny. Right now, you see Rex taking a lot of damage, and the poke coming in from Clay. If RRQ can just maintain this, eventually, you know, the members from EVOS Legends will be low enough for them to actually have a huge advantage in the next team fight.
What I'm curious to see is that Clay, using the Xavier, has actually opted for a different type of emblem. It is still magic, but it's not the Impure Rage here, Ashi. What kind of differences can this actually affect in towards gameplay?
And this emblem allows you to get items a lot faster, so I think he was trying to go for the aggressive playstyle, but here Vin will be the tank target.
Versick jumps in with the cables, trying to find a Skylar or even Clay. But take a look at the I'm offended by Vin. Connects on towards 4. It will actually be Grok who is going to go down though, but Rex might fall next. 1-for-1. But the Lord will be secured in the hands of Brody. Clover once again. EVOS Legends with the Lord push now. Yeah, once again on the defense.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade for both teams right now, but it does seem like EVOS Legends have the upper hand because they do and was able to secure that Enhanced Lord in... Is it Enhanced or Evolved?
Oh, now it is Evolved.
Evolved
Now it is
Lord.
Evolved.
Evolved Lord is marching down there in that mid side, and it seems like Clover, Anti-Mage, and Krite, they're already ready here. Oh!
Flicker, aggressive movement, but Clover, this might be a mistake. Clover right now is in front of everybody. Dawning Light connects, but not taking down Clover just yet. Lord is down though. 4 members of EVOS Legends are rather, they're low, but no casualties. RRQ Hoshi with Xavier, man. High ground. It's just so good for defense as well.
I mean, it's full cooldown with the Lightning Truncheon and the Jet Talisman as well. With one more item here, I'm curious to see what Clay will opt for. If he wants more damage, he can go for the Holy Crystal. If the idea is to actually poke down Krite and Versick, you know, the squishier members, right? But with Athena shields being built on them, maybe going for the Divine Glaive will be a better increase to his own damage. We'll just have to see. Right now, RRQ Hoshi, they seem even, but look at R7. He's still on the 5th item, so the longer the game goes, the more the tempo that EVOS Legends were able to get in the early game won't matter. And as I said, I think in the late game, RRQ Hoshi has an advantage, but if the game drags on, Krite will scale indefinitely, and that is something they want to avoid.
Yeah, most definitely. So right now, Rex here, opening vision, and as well as taking damage as well here as the purple invasion comes through once again for side of EVOS. Oh my god, Sangun Claws connects onto his Vin. Versick looking for the kill onto his Clay. Not enough damage. Let's take a look at the front side there. R7 trying to wreak havoc, but actually he is the one who gets taken down.
Yeah, the Dawning Light does so much damage though, so it is forcing EVOS Legends to back off even though they were in an upper hand. They did and were able to get one member off the board, but unfortunately with so much damage taken, they couldn't push forward even more.
I think R7 needs to chill a bit and maybe play in a bit more defensive fashion. He's been always in the front, but now he is really behind as Anti-Mage gets caught out.
Oh, I'm Offended connects onto Anti-Mage here, and he has to be careful as Vin and everyone else there is in the vicinity, but unfortunately there was no follow-up, and they still as able to disengage for now.
Still has the Immortal as well, so Anti-Mage wasn't too worried there. He knows he can survive, but I feel like EVOS Legends creating more map pressure here. All 3 lanes is being pushed. Lord is about to go up here in 10 seconds. And yeah, RRQ, they're just in shambles. They got outplayed here up until minute number 22.
Yeah, this is the real-time win probability by the Samsung Galaxy A series. 74% for EVOS right now. They are having the momentum. They are having the control in this game. But you can never count RRQ Hoshi out, man. The moment you believe that it is over, that is when they'll make something huge happen. They almost did so with that 4-man I'm Offended by Vin earlier. Every time they make a failure like that, they learn from it and they come back even stronger. So watch out. EVOS Legends does not want to make that kind of mistake.
Versick jumps in on towards Albert. Enough damage, not enough damage to take him down though. Rex trying to find Skylar, gets him, just zones him away. As right now the focus is on towards Rex. Vin covering for Skylar. Anti-Mage as well, zoning the members. The purple buff gets taken out by R7. So right now, RRQ Hoshi still showing that they want to win this game.
R7 taking that blue buff away with a wall.
With a wall.
So I guess it doesn't fall into the hands of the Lancelot. So EVOS Legends are still in a way like
in an advantage.
in an advantage for sure, but not exactly the person that you'd want that blue buff onto. But I guess beggars can't be choosers as the stage EVOS Legends still with a 4,000 gold lead. It has entered the 24th minute, so we can expect Prite's damage to be crazy. RRQ Hoshi,
nasty.
they need to figure out a way to take him down in towards that backline, and I guess the only person to be able to do that is who? Albert, I guess?
It's tricky. It is tricky. Remember, I do want to say this though. Albert hasn't been taken down this game. 24 minutes in, 303 still to his name. So positioning-wise, and of course, his mechanics is still showing here. Displayed wonderfully in this game.
Absolutely, man. He is still on 0 deaths, and he still has a lot of damage. It's not coming through at the right moment. Right now, Pride is half HP, so that might be the opportunity that RRQ will be looking for on the bottom side of the map. Fersik is already applying that split push pressure. That is the advantage of a Fanny. Look at that mobility, man. Just in a second, from the bottom lane all the way to the top side, and now Albert is forced to be far away from the Lord.
Most definitely here, as the Lord again chunked here by Clover. No openings just yet. First it comes in on towards Clay. Rex as well, and it will be Clay slain by Firstick and Rex. It is going to be a man advantage here once again for side of EVOS. What can they convert this to?
That is going to be the question here. I mean, EVOS Legends now still has the man advantage. So they were able to take down Clay. A huge amount of damage has been taken away from the side of RRQ Hoshi, but once again, Vin gets caught.
Vin to be careful. Firstick at the backside, wreaking havoc on towards R7 there. No, mega kill is for side of Sprite. But once again, 60 seconds on R7. This might be it. 5v3, can they defend the Scholar? Is taking a lot of damage there, still surviving though. Quite Clover, anti-mage wrecked for the game number 1. Firstick joins in, Albert is low, and this is it. EVOS Legends showing their class in game number 1, exposing the base as RRQ will fall.
EVOS Legends with a clutch torn apart memory, able to get so many members from the side of RRQ Hoshi down. They were so dominant, not from the early game. The early game was actually taken by RRQ Hoshi, but they were able to find their own tempo, figure out a way to initiate these team fights in a way that